I feel like the older you get, you lose the best parts of being human. It's raining like crazy, and I really hope you're going to be able to hear me. You know what I was thinking about today? When did we just stop having fun? When did we stop doing things that were so spontaneous and made us feel alive? One second, I have to go do something. Okay, that felt much better. That actually felt really, really, really nice. When did we stop just doing things because they made us happy? Like just running outside and getting wet in the rain. And if I wasn't so self-conscious, I would have stood there longer. Because I'm sure people were like, what the heck is that girl doing? But that made me feel so alive. That felt fun. And I just am tired of living so robotically and feeling so pressured to keep up with things. Although I know we've been talking about it. If you don't know, I've been doing a 30-day challenge to improve my self-worth. And I've been documenting it. And I've acknowledged, I should do what excites me. Okay, and so we just did what excited us in this moment. So I guess I am taking my own advice. But prior to this entire day, I was just so not okay. Not robotic is the word that keeps coming back to me. I just felt like I was in my head. I was thinking a lot. And life just didn't feel fun anymore. And when did we stop laughing and dreaming and having fun? Even when we set goals in our dreams, when we try to pursue them, I feel like we're so strict and stressed about them. And maybe you're not. If you're not, good for you. I'm actually happy for you because it sucks to feel like this. It sucks to think I need to get somewhere and now I have to work so hard or do these things to get there and I'm not getting there. Oh, what's wrong with me? Let's stick to the schedule. On to the next thing. Oh, we did this. And it's just so scheduled. Your life is so scheduled. There's no room for laughter and play and wonder and fun. Isn't it weird that we have to schedule in fun? And I'm not saying a schedule sucks, but it's so weird. Even to hang out with a friend or do something fun, we have to be 3 Tuesdays from now, from 3 to 6, you can have fun. Isn't that weird? Is this what adulting is? Is this how life is going to be until I die? If so, what the fuck? I did not sign up for this. I just remember being younger and having so much wonder and curiosity and excitement about the day. I would wake up just so excited, anything can happen today. And I don't feel like that. I can't remember the last time I felt like that. And that alarms me because was that such a temporary feeling that we only get to feel that way in childhood just because we were kids and we didn't have to have such big responsibilities? But does having responsibilities mean that you can't have a wonder, curiosity, laughter, love-filled life? You have no idea what standing out there for 2 minutes just did to me. Feeling the rain on my face, it just, I don't know, it just lifted something up. Can't we always do that? Can't we always go run into the rain? Because if you think about life, it's we want to do something. It's right there. We just got to open the door and go. And then we don't because we're oh, people are going to think that's weird, that's silly, or you'll get sick, or you shouldn't do that. Although you really want to do it, right? I feel like the older you get, you lose the best parts of being human. Sure, you have more money and you have the ability to do things on your own and make bigger decisions, but I feel like the life just gets sucked out of us. I know so many people personally, and I'm sure you've seen people talk about this online, who are adults and who have things that we might think are the ideal life with lots of money and freedom to go wherever they want. And yet, it's like there's no life in their eyes. I don't want to live like that. I can't live like that. I refuse to believe that you only get, 10 years, maybe 13 years of your life when you're like, wow, anything is possible. It's a wonderful day, etc., etc., etc. There must be people who live like this. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I have come across people who live like this. But you know what's funny? The people who live like this are still responsible adults, still, paying their bills, taking care of their family, and yet other people, as in other adults, would be like, that's not the greatest way to live. That's not the greatest attitude or behavior that they have. Just because someone's like authentically just happy and living their life and doing what they desire, if that means going outside in the rain, whatever that means for them, okay? I'm not going to give actual examples. We're just going to say going outside in the rain. There's people who do that, and other people are like, how dare you? There's no way you could do that. And maybe they say that because they're miserable and they have felt the need to be forced into the box and follow the rules where they are not allowed to have fun and have curiosity and wonder, and they're just supposed to operate so robotically and have then maybe a weekend or once a month of where they're actually allowed to express themselves and do what they want, right? Because when you really think about it, a lot of us just wait. We hold on to those few days in a year. For some people, it's in a month. For some people, it's literally a year. They're waiting for these few things that happen in a year to feed their souls, and they're like so excited and genuinely interested in wanting to take part in those things. And then the rest of the year, they just do things that make them unhappy. Or rather, they do things with a feeling of unhappiness, right? Again, I'm not saying you have to be happy all the time, but perhaps what I mean to say is to live and operate with the ability to follow your core desire and excitement and carry that sort of attitude towards everything you do in life. And of course, there's going to be ups and downs, but majority of us, it feels like, and again, I'm generalizing, but it seems like majority of us are not super thrilled. We're just kind of running, trying to meet the deadlines and trying to do the steps, and then you sleep, and then you repeat, and so on and so forth. And at the same time, there can be someone right next to you who's following the exact same steps, but they can be having a blast. And I guess this just comes down to your attitude and your outlook and your mindset. Because if you're not suppressing how you really feel, then wouldn't we be pretty good? Wouldn't we all be feeling pretty good? So this loss of curiosity and wonder and excitement is just about your mindset and your outlook. Because someone can follow the exact same steps you do in a day, but be so content and like having a blast and still see the world with like wonder in their eyes. So it's really just the way we're all thinking. And perhaps we're not thinking positively, and that we can view the world with wonder and excitement and opportunity, because we might get stuck into doing things or thinking things that we don't necessarily find true to what we believe or want. Right? I think that makes sense. So today, on day 28 out of 30, instead of saying, I really want to have wonder and curiosity and excitement in my life, instead of saying I want that, I should just be thinking that I already have that. And of course, I'm going to say this, but it's so easy to go into default mode, right? If we're so used to thinking like we're in a corner, that we're helpless, that we have to do certain things that we don't want to do, it's not going to be easy to break that, right? You can't wake up one morning. I mean, you might be able to wake up tomorrow morning and say, this is wonderful, right? But eventually we might get old thought patterns and beliefs come back in our head again and again and again, which might make us step away from this way of thinking and seeing the world. So, it's a process, but we're going to have to get there by reminding ourselves and bringing us back to doing things spontaneously that just kind of shock that thought pattern that's been making you feel not so good. I like that, right? Like literally just stepping outside and running into the rain could shock that thought pattern that told you you can't do it, you can't do it, you can't have what you want, you can't have desires or want to have fun or have laughter because you have to be so serious because you're an adult and you have all these responsibilities and all these deadlines and all these things to do. Shock that thought pattern and that mindset by just randomly doing things like this, and hopefully you start to build a positive thought pattern and routine that's going to help you have a more positive outlook. I know this is easier said than done. I know I'm saying this to you, but I need this as much as you need this. So if you even understood what I'm talking about, comment below and let me know, because I can't be the only one who thinks like this, right? I will see you tomorrow. Good night.